Is retirement calling? If it is, you have a lot of big questions coming your way. One of those big questions is, what do I do about my current home? A lot of people these days choose to downsize in retirement. Downsizing might seem daunting, but it can also be incredibly freeing. Let's break it down step by step. 1, start early. The sooner, the better. Seriously, don't procrastinate because this isn't something you want to rush. Starting early means you have an opportunity to declutter gradually, which means tackling one room or one category of your home at a time. The whole process is less overwhelming that way. Time also gives you an opportunity to weigh your options, such as exploring different housing choices, checking out different neighborhoods, and possibly even trying out different lifestyles before making a final commitment. You can avoid emotional overload if you give yourself time as well. Because downsizing often involves parting with sentimental items, you're going to want to give yourself time to process those feelings. 2, make a plan by creating your downsizing roadmap. A solid plan keeps you focused and organized. Ask yourself these key questions. What are your retirement goals? Do you want to travel, start a new hobby, spend more time with family? No matter what, your living space should support those goals. You also need to think about what kind of lifestyle you want. Do you want something more low maintenance? Would you like to be in an active community, something in a city, or quiet and secluded? Additional questions you may ask yourself are, what are your must-haves? Do you need a guest room? Would you like to have a home office or a garden space outside? Don't compromise on your essentials. It's going to be very important that you keep those in mind for the long run. 3, declutter like a pro, otherwise known as the art of letting go. This step is where the rubber meets the road. Be honest and be ruthless. Here's how. Try out the 1-year rule, which is the idea that if you haven't used an item in your home for a year, you probably don't need it. Consider the joy factor by asking yourself whether an item brings you joy. If not, let it go. Another helpful tactic is to categorize by making piles for donations. You want to have a sale pile, a donation pile, and be honest, you need that trash pile. These days, many people will opt to digitize their photos and documents because it saves space and preserves their memories. So scan those documents. 4, storage solutions for those pesky just-in-case items. Okay, we all have those things we can't quite part with. Here are a few tips on how to handle them. Be selective. Don't just transfer clutter from your house to a storage unit. Choose items with true sentimental or practical value. When choosing a storage unit, you might also consider whether you need a unit with climate control to protect your valuables from temperature and humidity changes. It's always a good idea to do inventory when you put things in a storage unit as well. You'll want to keep a list of what's in there so you don't forget, and once a year, reevaluate and go through your storage and let go of more if you can. 5, downsize belongings by living with less. This is about being intentional with what you keep. The 1 in, 1 out rule, which basically means that for every item you bring in, you get rid of an old one, is often helpful. You can also multi-purpose items by choosing furniture and appliances that serve more than one function, like a sofa bed instead of always using a room as a guest room. I also recommend quality over quantity. Basically, that means to invest in fewer items that are higher quality and that you'll love for years to come, rather than purchasing a lot of smaller, more inexpensive items. 6, selling your home so you can maximize your return. This part can definitely be emotional, but a strategic approach helps. Do a little research so you can understand your local market and set a realistic price so that your home sells quickly. Hire a qualified realtor. A good realtor is invaluable. They'll give you guidance through the selling process and negotiate on your behalf. When selling, you might also want to consider some staging. Here, decluttering is key. Make your home look spacious and inviting to potential buyers. 7, finding your new nest. That is the home that is the right fit for you. This part is the exciting part. Consider these factors. Location. Is it close to amenities, healthcare, and social activities? size and layout? Does it meet your current and future needs and community? Is it a good fit for your lifestyle and your interests? Finally, good old maintenance. Can you handle it? Or are you looking for something even more low maintenance? Don't forget about lifestyle. Your new home should support your retirement dreams and your retirement budget. Be realistic about the costs, including potential HOA fees or property taxes. Finally, think about your health and consider overall accessibility and any future needs for items such as ramps, grab bars, or a home or property with no stairs. Downsizing can be a journey, but it's also an opportunity to simplify your life and embrace a new chapter. Take your time, be kind to yourself, and don't hesitate to ask for help. You've got this.